This is just a recording from Conversations with God, Book 3, a book that I had recorded, that's available on Audible, and I'm just playing the subject worship, all about worship. So I'll just let it play, and you can listen to what my audio book says.
Message 2. Worship. God, how are you today? Matthew, I have had a productive day so far. I am feeling pretty good. I just had a person write a nice comment on my latest post from you. I was so encouraged by it that I'm here again to speak to you. God, once again, you have put on some worship music and you are listening to my voice. I love you so much. Just like you love this song that is playing. I love you heaps more. I love you so much. You are very special to me. Matthew, you are always telling me how much you love me. Honestly, your love never fails in my life. I love how you speak to me. Today we are speaking about worship. I'm a little different than most people. I usually sit down through the worship songs at church because I have a sore leg. Sometimes I stand up. But worship isn't as much about an hour at church once a week to me. Instead, worship is found in walking in your ways. My life and my actions are my worship of you. I think if people realize that they can call everything that they do in life for you worship, then their opinion of how much they worship you would change. God, people have different ideas of what worship is and what it constitutes. Yes, you live a lifestyle of worship and obedience to me. To me, that is real worship. Some people assume that they have to be singing to worship me. They can worship me simply by thanking me. They can worship by simply thinking of me. People can worship me by being my love to the world. You are one of the fortunate ones that walk with a measure of my presence each day. Not many people live with a strong presence and an awareness of me throughout their day. You live your life being led by my Holy Spirit, and by doing almost everything we want you to do each day. In Matthew 15:8, Jesus said, "These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me." It is sad but true that many people don't live with an awareness of me each day. Some people only think of me on Sunday, and for the rest of the week I am left out in the cold. I want to be present in people's minds. I want the hearts of people. Your heart is for me. You have a pure heart. You have a heart that wants to do everything that I want. Your whole life is centered on me and what I want to do through you. You prepared 2 books in the last few weeks, and when led by us, you put them aside to focus on the books that we wanted. Many people cannot be led like that. Many people make decisions and ask us to bless them, but you are led by us. I love that about you. Your heart is steadfastly on us and on our will every single day. Sure, you do things that might not be in our perfect will. You are not a robot taking directions from us all day, but you are free to do what you like with your time, your money, and your energy. It just seems that most of what you do is what we wanted you to do. You are led in total freedom by our Spirit. You are free to do what you want, yet most of the time, you do what we want. That is how I wish that people would operate. That is how I wish the church would operate. That would make the once-a-week praise and worship more fulfilling and beautiful as people come to church each week, gather with the brethren, and celebrate the work that has been accomplished for my glory during the week. Not many people understand this concept of worship. They have not been taught this. They have not been taught that working to do my will each day is the highest form of worship that they can bring me. Of course, it is especially sweet to me to be worshipped when a person is going through suffering and hard times. Hearing the sacrifice of praise from a hurting person is such sweet music to my ears. For much of your life, you have been suffering with mental illness and a sin-ridden way of life. It is really exciting to draw you to myself, to touch and heal you. It is remarkable to use you as a writer now to lift people's hearts and encourage them. You have such an amazing story to share. The depths of your wisdom are astounding to some people, and the exciting thing about all of it is that you are truly thankful and happy for your life and who you have been made to be. I look at you and see your life, and I bring others around me, and we sing songs about you. I sing over you. I love you so much, my sweetheart. I thank myself for you. I thank you for being you. You have fallen in sin lately, yet I am restoring your strength. We will not let the devil have the victory for as long as he would like it. Matthew, I am so happy that you are pleased with me. I know that I have had a hard life, but I thank you for sending your son into my life to be my friend. Jesus has been so good to me. I praise you for everything that you are doing in my life. I am so touched that you would speak to me. God, are you kidding me? There's nothing I would rather do than speak to you. You are a delight to me. I love you so much. I know that the English language is too limited to convey the feelings that I have for you. I trip over myself to speak to you. I long to speak to you. I love to be with you. I love for you to type my words. You are so special to me. I long to have you in heaven more and more. In the future, I will have you continue to visit the council in heaven. A grievous wound was given to you by the enemy. but you will come once again to meet with the council. Here is heaven and your coffee shop and your house. Seated in the chairs around the table are the saints of the Galactic Council. They are waving to you. You are loved so much. They all love you. They are all going to start to visit you on Earth from now on to rebuild your confidence. And in the right time, you can come once again to the meeting place and continue your blog. On another subject, do you know that worship songs in heaven were written about you? Do you know that we sing songs up here about you? Matthew: No, I didn't know that. God, through watching your life and interacting with you, Michael Jackson has written a song about what it is like to be a model Christian with a pure and humble heart. It's a wonderful song. Do you know when heaven heard that song, the people of heaven stopped what they were doing and wept? Just like you are weeping now, it's a masterpiece. Michael is an extraordinary musician. He captured your essence in a way that made the people of heaven recently vote that song as the #1 song in heaven. Do you know how very special you are to us? Matthew: I am overcome with emotion. God: You stand out here. When you come to heaven, people are shocked to see you. Every single saint in heaven wants to meet you. That is why we have a chain of coffee shops in heaven named after you. In the future, much of your time in heaven will be spent talking to the people of heaven and hugging them. And when you give a lecture, stadiums of people will listen to you. That is why we have an arena in the Galactic Council Room. They are waiting for you to teach. Yes, you are a little person on Earth with 2,000 people that buy your books each month, but you are by no means little in heaven. Michael has only written 2 songs that became #1 in heaven. One was about Jesus, and the second one was about you. I want you to remember this when you're having a hard time on Earth and the devil is attacking you and pulling you down. I want you to remember this conversation. I want you to remember that you have a hit song that has been written about you. Saints collect paintings of you by your sister and other artists in heaven. Saints are lining up for the paintings from your sister after speaking to you. You really have to visit the council again when you are ready and emotionally up to it. I will bid you good night. Be at peace, Matthew.